All right, so this is, I guess you can say, the second part of the journal entry, and there was a video that was recorded some days ago, 8 minute video, more. So the video pretty much explained a lot of things that were needing to be spoken about. So we're gonna insert the video after this. I've been thinking about homelessness today for the reason that there's an experience that is happening within the body that is somewhat difficult. I spoke about, or there was a thought there was this thought about starting a podcast. The podcast is going to be called Hard Talks with Kevin or The Pwing, whichever I would have picked. And then there was also a thought about starting like a diary type of video vlog titled the Twin Flame Diaries. Right now, within my body, the experience is it's at a calm experience. Although speaking about it, it can easily be like brought up. So I try not to speak about it, but it's just one of those things where it's happening, and I'm realizing that it could be two things. It could be a result of a karmic individual that touched my body, that experience, maybe that it created some type of tie that has to be severed. Then there is a connection to a divine masculine who has experience within his body, and there's not really a true like answer that has been received about which it is, and it almost is a reminder of like that saying, which I have said in another video, that be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Then you think about the work that you've done in the spirit realm, how you have that awareness of the experience that is happening, and you're grateful for being able to experience these things for the reason that you have that knowledge, you have that awareness. There could be another being that is also experiencing those things. Then when it continues to happen, then you have that recognition of the divine counterpart who isn't present in the 3D. So you wonder, what is the reason for you having that experience? And it brings you to the experience or the awareness of loneliness, being alone, and having to experience something, not knowing what I can say is that fear is something within the mind, but this is a part of the experience, and you want it to just go away, but then you have to align with the vibration of it not being present. But if it's happening, then you are aware that it's present. So how do you align with the timeline where it isn't affecting you? And if you do travel away from the problem, did that actually fix the problem, or did you run from something that you feared? And if you don't leave the issue, are you allowing it to continue and not taking what they call a leap of faith out of fear? There was a sign that just appeared with it was the sheriff. There was a sheriff vehicle that drove past the road. A lot of times that this experience happens in the body, it will either be a sheriff vehicle or a EMS vehicle that drives by. It doesn't really answer the question of why it is arriving in the body in the present moment, or why it happens in the present moment. Is that thing of not feeling like talking about it is going to help, and you want to seek out for help, and it brings you to that realization that you're in this experience doing the work with the help of the universe and you, and that's what the experience is about. You experiencing you. So how do you, after asking the universe for a sign and seeing the sign, and the sign not truly bringing complete clarity, like I would say that the sheriff vehicle would be a sign. There wasn't a experience that was totally related to the area that the experience is happening in with the sheriff. Then it may be assigned to report it to the sheriff. Yet if we are here to heal each other, and it is a spiritual experience, what do you do? Maybe this is just a quick rant, who knows? I'm grateful for the listeners who have listened. Now that you have seen the video, this is the commentary that I can add. Recently, Mother's Day, I had a conversation with my mother on Mother's Day, and that conversation went very well. There was an apology given that was said, like, my apologies for not asking for the vehicle when I could have asked for the vehicle. So there was a hug, and she said, "I love you." And that was done. So I am grateful for that experience, and I can release that the negativity towards that experience now. There was something that needed to be spoken about, and I just seen the number 123, which means we are in the steps of, going in the right direction. And prior to the vehicle being taken, and if you wanted to know the parental figure, it was their vehicle, and we had a face-to-face conversation, and that's what I spoke to her, saying that conversation needed to happen between she and I, so that there could be a understanding and awareness between us, and the apology came from me to her, and there was accountability for that experience. Now, prior to that, the experience of her vehicle being taken in 2021, there was a sign that appeared about the word karmic family. Well, I guess you can say two words. When that word arises, the K word that everybody speaks about loosely, and when we say the word loosely, it's everybody uses the word to describe a person. And how Kevin feels is that the word karmic is simply a description of conditional love. We can say that in the African American community that there is a survival type of love that is projected on children if their parents have not healed the experiences that they have had. It does not make them bad people, you can say. I heard the word cured. They're just aware of a conditional, or they are in alignment with a conditional experience to past experiences, and it's like those individuals just aren't awakened to unconditional love. And as a healer, that 444 was on the timer, that experience of you as a healed individual allows them to become aware of unconditional love. Now, there was a image of a celebrity, and what can be said is that when celebrities make a creative decision to produce some type of art to the world, if it is different from what is considered popular, then they are just fitting in with what is already popular. Then when you are a different experience and it is something that is new, some beings don't quite have the awareness of how to experience your artistry or what you are giving to the world. And what can be said is that in relation to family that has been conditioned for a while, when you present as unconditional love, you being who you truly are, your truth, it may not be it is a different experience, especially as a twin flame or a psychic medium or a tarot reader or any of those things that are in alignment with truth. When you are able to prophesize or speak from unconditional love, when it is experienced, some beings don't quite understand how to receive that unconditional love, even though they have been raised by religion. And to speak on religion, there was a video posted on Kevin's TikTok that was about the Phoenix. That's and it also speaks in, he was talking about religion versus spirituality and how religion separates. And when he spoke that, you think about religion, there's AME, Baptist, and all these other different religions that say, okay, we're with this religion, or with that religion, or this is this spirituality, or this is that spirituality. And the thing is, if we are all trying to achieve the same achievement, then when it is not a separation within that experience, it's the belief of something. And if our purpose here is to experience another, like you experiencing you, then the purpose is to experience each other. And some of us choose the path of being the teacher, the light, the dark, yet together we truly become what is needed. And in another video, there was speaking about if I win, you win. So although there may be a experience of another being, and this brings up, there was a clairaudient message that arrived that said, you are so nice to me, or why are you so nice to me? It was like a question. And the answer is that we are here to experience each other. So as we are experiencing each other, if I win, you win. If you win, I win. And there was also this a spiritual teacher, you can say, that said, let me help me help you win. Because we are here to achieve the same goal, although it may look different. So if you are reflecting or allowing another being to experience something of you that, what can be said is that if you are allowing another being to experience something of you, take a moment and think about what you were truly allowing the other being to experience of you, and does it honor who you are trying to become and who you are within your truth. And so we're going to allow this video to be complete. It's smoking in here, so I need to let up the windows, and then the next video will probably be somewhat of a truth that is a part of Kevin's experience that can be somewhat expressed so that he can feel comfortable within, well, more of allowing you to truly understand some feelings that are there. So I'm grateful.